Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
And hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. The Tiger Woods Holiday Festival continuing this week at the PNC Championship in Orlando. Tiger bringing a little bit of April juice to December, and beginning Saturday, he will do it alongside his 14-year-old son Charlie 2 weeks after Pops popped the lid on a better than 7-month rehab with some promising golf in the Bahamas. Tiger and Charlie, season 4, and we are on it. Golf Channel, NBC, and Peacock. Here is the format. 20 teams, 2 days, 36 holes, and it's a two-person scramble. Players are allowed to use card. Multiple tees will be used to give all the teams a chance to contend. Charlie, by the way, is going to play it at 6,500 yards, same as, say, John Daly, but don't fret, because Charlie, I'm told, a week ago shot 65 from the tips at Old Palm in South Florida, where he's hanging out. That was 7,400 yards and change. To be eligible, each team must include a professional major champion or players champ, and his or her partner must not currently hold a card on a professional tour. And Tiger Woods and Charlie, the tee times have been moved up because of the threat of some bad weather in Central Florida. 8:15 a.m. You'll see it on Peacock. That will be live. That again, 2:30 Eastern on NBC. But Tiger and Charlie out with Justin Thomas and his dad Mike, who won it a few years ago. They're at 8:22 a.m. Eastern time. So a lot of fun down in Orlando. And then there is the LPGA Tour, which finished up not that long ago. And here are some of the highlights from the LPGA Tour's 2023 season. 24 players winning. There were 5 multiple champs. What a great year. Breakout year for both Celine Boutier and Lilia Vu, each winning 4 times. 2 majors for Lilia Vu. 8 Americans won 10 events. 16 international players representing 10 countries won 22 tournaments. There were 13 first-time winners. The youngest was Alexa Pano, just 19. The oldest, Amy Yang, at 34. NBC analyst and major champion Morgan Pressel. Morgan, great to see you. The story of the year on the LPGA Tour was what, in your estimation?
Oh, gosh, you just gave a really good rundown there of just about all the exciting moments. For me, I certainly think about Celine winning in France, in her home country. What an exciting moment for her. And then 3 other victories on the season for her. Pebble Beach was always going to be a highlight. Alison Corpuz being the first ever Women's Open champion at Pebble Beach. That was quite a moment. But I'd say the story of the year has to go to Lilia Vu. What a season she had. Also 4 wins, but 2 of them being majors. That, runaway victory at the AIG Women's Open in Walton Heath. Player of the year, #1 in the world. Just really sensational stuff from Lilia. She's just stone cold in those moments on Sunday when they really matter the most. And she showed that time and time again, and even battled through some rough stretches. There was a period of the season where she missed 5 cuts in a row. Big win late in the year in Tampa. It was just a really exceptional season for Lilia Vu.
Morgan, what'd you learn about Rose Zhang?
Well, I had an interesting season with Rose. It started, I called Anwa, where she won, in just an amazing fashion there. And then I called her very first victory on the LPGA Tour in her first ever professional start. I think when you talk to a lot of people about the LPGA season, this was really a moment for them. And in between those 2 victories, she also won the NCAA Individual Championship. So what an incredible season it's been for Rose. I really got to know her a good bit this year. She was one of my rookies as I was kind of mentoring her a little bit as the season progressed. And certainly Solheim Cup, being in the team room with her, seeing how she really reacts under pressure. I am so impressed with Rose, both on and off the golf course. She is an incredible champion, a wonderful young superstar, but an even better person. And I'm really excited for what she might be capable of in her very first full season on the LPGA Tour next year, especially getting some of those rookie moments out and under her away from her.
Lydia Ko, Nelly Korda did not win in 2023. Wondering why, and what's your sense as to how they'll respond in 2024?
Yeah, I'd say Lydia was definitely quite surprising, not making it to the CME Group Tour Championship. Certainly, even for her as well, after coming off such an incredible season last year, winning Player of the Year, winning that season-ending event. She got married over the offseason, did some tinkering with her coaching and her golf swing, and maybe just a few different priorities. But I really feel like she's recommitted. I was really impressed with what I saw last week at the Grant Thornton Invitational. I mean, that fairway wood on 17 to really clinch the victory was just like Lydia of old. And I think her swing looks the best that we've seen it in a long time. And, in talking to her team, I know that she is really committed she wants to erase 2023, press the reset button and come out really ready to perform next year. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. She has gone through some tough times in her career before and come back out on top. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lydia do it again.
And how about Nelly?
Oh, yeah. And then Nelly was so close. Nelly had some really, really close opportunities. She struggled with a little bit of a back injury in the spring, which set her back a bit. Had a couple of lackluster Sunday rounds when she was in contention. I know that those were disappointing for her, but she's really close. Started working with a new putting coach this fall. I think that might be just a little bit of a missing link in her game that could really catapult her to be the dominant player that I feel like she could be.
Where's Lexi Thompson at as we close the year?
Yeah, I think Lexi's on the upswing. I think she certainly as well had a rough season. Golf is not an easy game. And when we talk about these players, it's not that hard. She'll be the first to tell you it was not the season that she wanted, but I was very impressed with what I saw the last third of the year. Certainly at Solheim Cup, I got to see it up close. That ace there last week was really something special, nearly making the cut in a PGA Tour event. Close call in Tampa, played very well there about a month or so ago. She's also started with a new coach in the fall. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lexi definitely be back to doing Lexi things next season.
Morgan, there's a lot to be excited about. Great venues like Pebble Beach and next year St. Andrews, expanding purses. Of course, you always want to be improving as a league. What would make the LPGA Tour even better going forward?
Yeah, I'm big on venues. I will talk about venues until I'm blue in the face, because I just think venues are so important for especially our biggest championships. Definitely excited to be going to St. Andrews this coming year. And, I think we saw that this past year with big venues like Pebble Beach, just how important those are. They're important to the men's game, and they should be just equally as important to the women's game. I think one thing that I'd really like to see is a truly dominant player on the LPGA Tour. It's something that we haven't really seen in quite a few years. Somebody who wins 6, 7, 8 times in a season, or potentially 2. And we had a little taste of that with Lilia and Celine this season. But that kind of a dominance, I think certainly an Annika, a Lorena, a Yani Sang, some of these players. I mean, Jin Young Ko for a couple seasons really was quite dominant. But somebody to really take the reins and carry this tour forward through the next generation as a dominant, or maybe 1, 2, maybe a big 3 type of a scenario. I'd love to see that.